When I ruled that she got the dog back, what you said was, she's not getting the dog. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
I asked you where you came from. You said you come from here. That's not true. We flew you in from Washington.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Do you understand?
No, I understand, yes.
Do you know how expensive it's going to be for you to get home?
Yes, I do.
You and your girlfriend? So I want you to understand this. Before you leave Los Angeles, if you want us to pay for your return ticket, or anything else, because we have a contract.
Yes, Your Honor.
You and this program, you abide by my decision, or we do zippity-doo-dah for you, including getting you home. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Great.
I love it whenever people from the UK come here to the United States, because when we hear you speak, you sound incredible, you sound amazing, you sound educated, you sound inspirational. That accent is so proper. It is so proper. It doesn't matter what you're talking about. We're drawn to whatever it is. You could be talking about trash. It sounds amazing. Who could leave all this rubbish here? This is such a travesty. This is all this destruction here all over the sidewalk. Someone must tend to this at once. This is ridiculous. People are listening in. I don't know what happened over there, but the shit hit the fan. That guy from England is pissed. I don't know. What the hell is rubbish? See, it's very different. Now, when one of us goes over there, man, it's very, very different, because, see, we don't sound the same as them. As a matter of fact, as Americans, we have a certain way with the English language. Do you understand how we sound to them? I mean, seriously, do you know how they look at us when they hear us speak? We sound like this to them. I'll tell you right now, the other day I was hanging out with Phil, right? That some bitch come over to the house. We had ourselves a good old time. It was just me and Phil. And by the way, if you sound like that here tonight, I'm just kidding. There's just jokes. Don't feel like just, you know. I'm gonna wait for his ass outside. I'll see how funny he is when he gets to the parking lot. Fluffing my ass.
Great. I knew I would find out quickly who I was dealing with. Who are you?
His girlfriend.
His girlfriend. You have another girlfriend. You people must be idiots. He has a felony domestic violence where he got $50,000 bail. What are you doing? Are you people out of your mind? Are you just dull-witted? $50,000 bail. Do you know how badly it must have been alleged that he hurt this former girlfriend? Do you have any clue? Duh. At that time, senior management team gathered to discuss and determine it was necessary, based upon employee protocol, to place the employee on administrative unpaid leave. Do you understand what your daughter did? Do you understand what your daughter did?
Yes, but she didn't do that.
You mean somebody took her phone?
No, it's been copied.
Do you mean somebody took her phone?
No.
Just coincident? Is that what you want me to believe?
No.
You want this brain to believe that? That somebody took her phone. That's a cell phone? Yeah. Somebody took her cell phone and called the employment of her ex-boyfriend and stated to them that he had numerous criminal charges pending against him, and then returned her cell phone to her? Is that what you want me to believe, Mr. Massaro?
No.
Is this what you want this person?
No.
Look at this face. Did you receive any rent? This is all crossed out. This is all crossed. This is not a check.
It's the carbon copy of the check, Your Honor.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't at all. It's a carbon copy of nothing. It's a carbon copy of something that you wrote yesterday. What's next? February.
Okay, well, I have a carbon copy also for $375 that I wrote to Ryan.
That you wrote yesterday. Go ahead. I want to see a canceled check. You know what a canceled check is from a bank?
I do not.
How old are you?
32.
Well, if you're 32 years old, you should know what a canceled check is from a bank. Go.
Is that the same
Next.
voided
Next.
check? Okay.
Next.
I get to the reunion, there's a lady at a table, and she's got stickers on the table that say, "Hello, my name is," and then with a Sharpie, you write your name. I was so drunk, I couldn't even write Gabriel. I wrote Flaco, which is Spanish for skinny. So, you know, I freaking write that, stick it on, and we walk in. The party's going on, you know. I'm trying to find a table. My buddy Tony took off. I couldn't find him. I'm sitting there. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. All of a sudden, the lights come up and the class president is holding the microphone.
Welcome to the Wilson High School class reunion. Let's just cut to the chase, find out what everyone's been up to, and keep the party rocking.
So she pulls out a list.
Who's done this? Who's done that? Who has the most children?
Some girl in the back.
7.
Everybody's like, puta!
Pay him back for the ticket. It didn't work out. Pay him back for the ticket. Nobody likes to be made a fool out of, and you are slippery. I mean, I'm getting such slippery feelings from this, which doesn't tell the whole story. You had not met this man. You called him complaining. He says crying. You say no, but I was expected at the meeting for my daughter, who's an actress. I was expected, and you didn't have the money. And that's really why you reached out to him.
No.
You had never met the man. You had never met the man.
No, ma'am, I had not.
And then you met him.
Yes.
And then after this, you met him.
I did.
And he said he liked you.
And I said I liked him.
And you said, I liked you. And then he said, well, we like each other. Would you take down your dating profile from the internet?
And I
according
said,
to your answer was, no, I'm going to leave up my profile for a while.
That's not what I said.
Well, let's see.
What I said was that I didn't want to remove it.
That's what I
would
just said.
place it.
So then he asked, what's gonna happen? I go, well, I'm gonna go upstairs, take a shower, and probably go to bed. No, what's gonna happen if I don't get my phone back? I go, that's a good question, Frankie. I don't know. You're not gonna get me a new one? No, dude, I already got you a phone. It was your responsibility to take care of that phone. It's not fair. I go, life's not fair, Frankie, okay? But things happen. You should get me a phone. Dude, seriously? And then he looks at me and he says, and this kind of messed with me, he goes, you should get me a phone. It's nothing for you to get me a new phone. It's nothing for you to get me a new phone. Bay Area, my son thinks that what I do is easy. He thinks it's easy because all he sees when he attends 1 or 2 shows per year is that I walk out on stage, you guys start chanting, and then cool shit magically appears in his room.
How old are you, Mr. Moynton?
60 years old, Your Honor.
60?
Yes.
A baby.
I hope the ladies think so.
You hope
The ladies.
the ladies think so?
Yes,
Oh,
I hope
I think
they
you
think
do
so.
just fine. How old are you, Mr. Sutton?
74.
74. That's more my style.
I'm sorry, bro. It's late. I'm tired. Can I have 2 tacos?
What do you mean can I have 2 tacos? I just finished tell you I am not a Mexican, I am Greek. I do not sell taco. I sell gyro.
Gyro? And then I remember seeing writing on the front of the cart, and I just thought it was like the guy's name or something, right? I was like, it spells it out. G-Y-R-O.
Gyro.
He got all pissy.
It is not a gyro, it is gyro.
That shit says gyro.
It is gyro.
Bro, I'm tired. It's late. What is a gyro?
It's like a taco. Give me 2.
Tell me why your disability benefits were cut off last year.
That has nothing to do with this case.
Oh, it has everything to do with this case. It has everything to do with your last answer. Because when I ask you, well, you paid money to GC, and you start dancing around because if you were paid $25,000 to GC a project, even though you paid other people, then you committed fraud on the federal government. They're going to come looking for you. It has everything to do with this case. You want to tell me why your disability was stopped, if it was?
It had nothing to do with my case with him.
Really? Your case is dismissed. You may be hustling for a long time, Miss Smith, but you don't hustle me. And she said to you nobody else was supposed to drive the car?
Yes.
And she said she didn't want any other kids in the car?
I don't know.
You don't know. Did she tell you she didn't want you to drive out of state?
Nope.
No. Did she tell you to be careful?
All the time.
Well, when she let you drive her car, what were the rules, if any, that she gave you?
There was not. I don't recall. Just be careful and don't hit nothing.
Well, that's good advice. Well, on what date did you hit something?
Maybe last. I don't recall.
Miss Hector, is she acting for me today, or is this what her attitude is?
This is it.
Then I wouldn't have let her have a car. Why did you let that
Thought
attitude
she was
have
more
a car?
responsible.
You mean when she was asking for the car? Because now she's acting like an idiot.
Right. When she was asking for the car, I didn't get none of this attitude.
I mean, did she ever give you this attitude, or is
No.
it just me?
Judge, it has to just be you.
Yeah, well, I have that effect on people sometimes. They get stupid, you know. They're smart outside, they come in here, and they leave their brains at the exit sign.
Right.
I made the mistake one night of assuming the guy working the stand was Mexican. He wasn't. I even spoke Spanish to him, which is a no-no. The rule is, when engaging a brown person, you must speak English to them first, and then if there's a language barrier, then you go to Plan B high school Spanish. You start off in English. Hello, sir, may I? ¿Qué? No entiendo. ¿Qué pasó? Oh, hold on, I got this. Hola. Yummy. So I walked up to this guy at the stand, and I was like, you know, he reminded me of a tío, you know, so I was like, you know, hey, ¿qué onda, compa? ¿Cómo estás? And, which is like, hello, friend, how are you? And he responded,
What are you saying to me?
I'm sorry, sir, I thought you were Mexican.
No, I am not a Mexican. I am not a Mexican. I am Greek.
Greek? Shit, I was way off.
How long?
Since 2012. We're still waiting on him to respond. He was present in court. The judge told him to respond, and he still hasn't.
Since 2012?
Yes,
What is wrong with you?
That's not true,
Stand
Your
up.
Honor.
Stand up. No.
There's a docket number in
Judge.
here.
Your last name is?
Reese.
You don't have to stand so close to your mother at your age. What's taken you 7 years to respond to plaintiff's divorce papers? Don't make up a story.
Not gonna make up a story.
Just tell me direct.
I petitioned for divorce in 2012 when I was in the military, Your Honor.
And she didn't respond?
No, we had to close it because Texas didn't have jurisdiction. And when they found out that me and the kids had been in California for more than 90 days, him and Carol had to cancel their claim. And he was present. And like I said, if you pull up the docket number, you can see he was there.
Let me tell you something, Nicholas.
Yes, ma'am.
10 minutes ago, you said to me you haven't worked in 2 years because you're waiting for shoulder surgery on both of your shoulders.
Yes.
Now you're telling me that you needed an awful lot of strength to pull this window down. You were the one who pulled the window down, and you do all the maintenance around the house.
Yeah, lightly.
You want to tell me why you can't work?
I mean, honestly, I have...
No, I want you to be dishonest with me.
No.
I want you to look at this face, and I want you to be dishonest with me. What do you do for a living?
I do security at Kaiser.
Who do you live with?
I live by myself.
And you were arrested?
Yes.
When?
May 2017.
And it was a serious charge?
Yes.
Had you ever been arrested before?
No.
Have you ever been arrested since May of 17?
No.
But the charge in May of 17 was murder.
It was attempted murder.
When you were arrested, everybody sort of rallied around you because you were a good kid.
Yeah.
Including your brother.
Yes.
How much was your bail?
It was 1.2 million, then it was dropped down to 300,000, then 250,000, and the charges were dropped down to assault with a firearm.
What happened with that case?
It was dismissed.
It was an outright dismissal?
Well, I'm not clear what that means exactly.
That means that you didn't plead guilty to something. The district attorney dismissed all the charges.
Oh, yes.
And when you were arrested in May, how long were you held?
For a week.
Must have been frightening.
Well, yeah.
Not?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Must have been.
So I pull up to the security gate. Tap the button on the wall. Security desk, can I help you? Hey, security desk, my name is Gabriel Iglesias, and I think I'm here to do an interview with Snoop Dogg. Okay, one moment. Oh, okay, this is it. Good. I'm so excited. Snoop Dogg? This is gonna be cool, right? Sir? Yes. Yes, hi. There is no Gilbert Ignatius on file. What? Could there be another name? Another name? I don't know. Fluffy, maybe? And the gate starts to open. I'm like, oh my God, I'm officially in the rapper's world because my real name doesn't mean shit.
Nobody's listening to you. When I'm speaking, nobody's listening to you. Killed 6 people. Last person who drove that wasn't supposed to be behind the wheel of a car killed 6 people. You were not. Hey, drunk. I'm speaking. You were not supposed to be behind the wheel of a car. Don't you understand that?
I understand.
Are you stupid? You were not supposed to be behind the wheel of a car. You were an excluded driver, and you were an excluded driver for a reason.
Not only that, you're...
Just a second. Don't speak. Now I'm going to read and calm myself down. I don't like my blood pressure to get too high. I just don't like stupid. You should never send your girlfriend to pick up your child from your ex-girlfriend.
We had a thing to where it wasn't anything. I wasn't hiding anything.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
They were both my girlfriends.
Listen to me. Listen to me. You're not such a prize. You haven't had a steady job in 2.5 years, right? There's not a prize package about you. Believe me, there's not a prize package about you. I'm just suggesting to you, Mr. Lou, put your hand down.
Yes, ma'am.
It's not a smart thing to send your girlfriend to your ex-girlfriend's house to pick up your child. That's not smart. Where is the ATV?
I sold it to a friend.
The name of the friend and the phone number of the friend.
I don't have that on me.
That's too bad. Where do you live?
Omaha, Nebraska.
You want to get home?
Yeah.
Get me the name of the friend. Do you understand? It's easy. I don't believe that you sold it. Do you understand? I sort of resent it, Mr. Humphrey, when somebody writes in an answer, she's just bitter that she no longer has a boy toy. I owe her nothing. I look at you, and if I had to put a picture in the dictionary next to what a boy toy looked like, you would be an antonym. That's sophisticated out there. You have to know what an antonym is. It means just the opposite of what the word is.
He's one of those kids that only laughs at real anger. I don't know if you've ever met one of those peaches, but see, most 2- and 3-year-olds, they laugh at manufactured anger, performative anger. You can go up to a kid that age and just go, rawr, and they're like, and this kid's like, mm-mm. I want to see your blood pressure spike, man. The hardest I've ever seen him laugh, it's not even close. It's when he flushed my car keys down the toilet. It was my fault, I guess. I didn't hang them up. I put them on the coffee table that I also bought. And I was laying on the couch, you know, it was a long day. I see his little ass come in the room, see the keys, and he's like, and I go, no, don't. And he picks them up, and he goes, chase me. Down the hall. I go, okay. I give him a head start. He's 3. When I stand up, I see him dip into the bathroom. I'm like, no. And when I get there, and I lose my shit. I don't yell at him. I'm just yelling at my life, you know? I'm like, fuck! No! Fuck! And when I turn, he's like, that's what I'm talking about.
I've been divorced for 3 years. I'm ready to date again. You know, social media, I'm out here. I'm posting the pictures. Somebody reports them. What's the 2 things you can report? Inappropriate content, and at the very bottom it says, I just don't want to see this on my timeline. And that's the one that somebody keeps picking. I just don't want to see this on my timeline. I just don't want to see this on my timeline. I just don't want to see this on my timeline. And I said, well, who's hating on me like this? It's my 18-year-old son. He's reporting every picture. He won't let me live. I asked him, I said, why are you reporting my pictures like this? He said, Ma, I don't want to see that on my damn timeline. And it's not just Facebook. He's doing it on Instagram, too. I like to go live on Instagram. I got a couple of followers. I'm single. The guys file in. All in the comments, hey, beautiful, with your fine self. Look like you need a vacation. As a matter of fact, a vacation on me. Infinity pools on me. 5-star restaurants on me. I'm on the live going, okay. Here come my son in the comments. Wow, Mom. Dudes talking about they want to take you to 5-star restaurants and we ain't even eat dinner yet. Wow, Mom. Dude talking about infinity pool on him and my little sister ain't even take a bath yet. Wow, Mom. I got him back, though. Because he's 18. He went live with his little girlfriend. Her name Jasmine. They live. Everybody, all their friends on the live. Yes, y'all, my favorite couple in the high school. I love y'all together. Get your man, girl. I slid right up in them comments. Wow, Chase. Wasn't Robin over here last night? That's crazy.
We head to San Antonio. About 30 minutes into the drive, we start seeing flashing lights on the side of the freeway. And then a big sign that comes up and it says, immigration checkpoint ahead. Okay? Don't worry, this story ends differently. So anyways, I still get nervous. You know, I'm driving and I pull up to the line. And I'm sitting there and I'm just waiting for the officer to say something that's going to annoy the hell out of me. So I'm just waiting, and here comes the officer. And when he saw me, he said, "Oh, Fluffy!" And when I heard that, in my mind, I was like, I'm not going to jail. He's like, "Dude, what are you doing here?" I said, "Well, we have a show tomorrow night in San Antonio, and we're just passing through." "Where's your tour bus?" I said, "Well, my tour bus is back in Eagle Pass with the other guys." He goes, "Can we take a picture?" I go, "What about, cars coming?" He goes, "There hasn't been a car here in hours." So we get out of the car, we take some pictures with the immigration officer and the dog, We get back inside and he says, "Thank you so much for taking the picture with me. I really appreciate it, man. We're just bored right now." I go, "Really? You guys are bored?" "Yeah, we're bored." I said, "Well, my tour bus is going to be passing through here in about 2 hours." And I says, "We have a new guy on the bus who's from South Africa, and he's been bragging about his immigration status and how he never has problems with customs or immigration because all of his paperwork is always in order." I'm just saying, if you're bored. Next morning, you guys, I get a text from Trevor, okay? And you see how cool and calm he is. That text sounded mad. I just look at it and it said, "You're a dick." Even better than that, the two hoochies in the car can hear the music and they're freaking out. They're like, "Oh my God, we're gonna be on TV." The cop goes to the girls, gives them a ticket, lets them go. Looks at our car, and at this point, we're like halfway through the song, right? We're like, "Please not give it no break. Got our arms out the window like a bunch of idiots. The cop is in the middle of the freeway dying. He walks over to the window and he's like, "Shut it off!" "Yes, sir." Hands me my license and the registration, and he tells me, "Gabriel, I want you to do me a big favor. I want you to keep this tank under 100. You think you can do that? Do that for me. Keep on doing what you do, and you have yourself a nice day." That's it? No ticket? No ticket. I don't know what possessed me to look at this man and go, "Why? How come the girls got a ticket?" And he tells me the coolest thing. He says, "Because they couldn't make me laugh." You don't understand, Gabriel. I've been on the force now for 26 years. This is hands down the funniest damn traffic stop I've ever been a part of. Do you have any idea how hard it is to give two sluts a ticket while listening to cops? I damn near pissed myself. I was laughing so hard. So then, she walks me into the doctor's office. I sit down, doctor walks in, and we spoke for an hour. In a nutshell, what he says is that he wants to take my stomach, which in his opinion is the size of an NFL football, and he wants to cut it and make it the size of a hard-boiled egg. Therefore, you only eat this much and you lose weight with time. Problem with gastric bypass is that if you don't stick to their program religiously, not only will you not lose weight, you will gain weight, and you'll have a series of complications. And then he asks, "Do you travel a lot?" I'm like, "I'm on the road 46 weeks out of the year." He goes, "This is not going to work for you." I'm like, "I agree. I like 2 eggs." I said, "Well, what should I do?" He goes, "I don't know, but this isn't going to work." So I left the office. I was bummed out, you guys. I get in my car. I was so depressed because I'm like, someone told me I got 2 years to live. Surgery is my last hope. And so I started crying. I was sad. I was in the car. I'm crying. I'm like, what the hell am I going to do? And the only thing that could cheer me up was a drive-thru. And I know that sounds crazy. Some of you are like, "Isn't that what got you in that position to begin with?" Yes, but it's the only thing that made sense. There's a reason why it's called comfort food. Think about that. Anytime you see someone eating a burger, they never look sad. They always look happy. You might look sad walking in, you might look sad walking out, but when the actual event of eating a burger is happening, life couldn't be better. That's right. I come downstairs one morning, and he's on his phone, but the chair that he's sitting in is turned facing the window, which I thought was weird. So I called to him, "Frankie, what are you doing?" Nothing. So he can't hear. "Frankie!" He can't hear. So I walked up from behind, and I realized that my son has little headphones. So I said, oh, okay, yeah, he's not ignoring me. So I look over his shoulder, and I realize that my son is watching a film. And I don't mean Frozen. But those people look cold. So now I'm standing there, watching it with him. I'm not trying to bond or anything. I'm just trying to figure out the conversation I need to have. And now we're both watching professionals. So I grabbed his headphone and I went, hey, is that a good movie? And he freaked out. Ah! And he threw the phone. The phone came partially undone and you could hear it. Oh, it was bad for you.
Not my face, not my face, not my face.
He turned bright red and he starts walking back over. How embarrassing. How long have you been standing there? I said, long enough to know not my face. Are you gonna tell my mom? I said, Frankie, I love you way too much to do that to you. I would never tell your mom. I'm gonna tell everybody else.
It's a career day for my daughter's school. And I get what I do is very fun. But I was nervous because I'm there with real people and they're smart. And so I was hoping to sit at a table alone. They put me at a table with a surgeon, which I think they did it on purpose. Almost to show the kids, here's the difference between reading. So the kids come up, and they're like, what subjects do you use for comedy? And I don't even know what the subjects they're taking. I was like, I do English. I do mostly English on stage. They asked him, how long do you go to school to be a surgeon? And he's like 54 years or whatever. It's like And they asked me, they're like, how long to be a comedian? I was like, you're good now. So.
In addition to that, I look forward to problems. I like problems. Because if there's problems, Frankie and I can work on it together to find a solution, right? And I see that as a great form of bonding. Now, don't get me wrong, you guys. Sometimes it's expensive. Yeah, you're laughing. Let me tell you. Like one time they took his iPhone from school and he comes home and he's all devastated, right? He's like, Dad, I gotta talk to you. I'm like, what? Tell me what? They stole my phone. I'm like, that's why you're talking. And I started laughing. He goes, it's not funny. I go, you have no idea how funny it is. I go, so what happened, Frankie? So they broke into my locker at school and they took my iPhone, they took my friend's iPhone, and if we go to the school right now, we can fill out a report. We know exactly who did it. Can we go to the school right now? I go, listen, Frankie, I'd love to, but I'm really, really tired. I just got off a flight, and I guess, I'm really, really tired. I promise you tomorrow morning I'll take you early, I'll help you fill out the report, and we'll turn it in. Can we go right now? I go, Frankie, seriously, please, tomorrow. I need my phone. I go, listen, Frankie, you can handle one day without your phone. He's not getting his way. So he turns around and he yells at the ground and he goes, they took my phone! I looked at him and said, hey, you took my freedom. You don't hear me screaming.
The airport here in San Diego has a lactation room, and I didn't know what lactation meant when I went in the first time. I live in Houston, Texas, and about a month ago we had one of our very infrequent snowfalls. Spectacular. I enjoyed it. I made a snow angel. Yeah, I fell over backwards and couldn't get up. In about 3 weeks, I'm going to Europe to do some shows. Very excited about that. The first city will be Amsterdam, which I'm told has a lot of drugs, which I don't do, and a lot of sex workers. I swear to God, I'll jump. swear to God. I ain't kidding.
Worst turbulence I ever felt, for sure. At one point, the jet did this. I did this. The scariest part was watching my dogs leave the seat. Fortunately, we landed safely. We were okay. That's not what made the news. What made the news is that when we came in for the landing, the jet touched down and then it skid off the runway by 200 yards. And we ended up in a field. A field. A field. Are you kidding me? As hard as I work. To break stereotypes. A bunch of Mexicans ended up in a field. Yeah, that's what happened. That's how TMZ reported it. Mexicans found in field.
Look, you think I'm old? There's people older than me still around. Yeah. That's crazy. It's crazy. Walking around. People from the 30s. My great Aunt Helen, from the 30s. She's deaf. They didn't know she was deaf until she was 9 years old. That's how long it took them to figure it. Deaf, one of the easier ones to figure out. And the doctors were baffled as they smoked in her face. And they're like, I don't know, you know? She's rude, I'll tell you that. My parents are getting older. So my mom, we had her go pick up our daughter recently at a friend's house, and I texted her the address. She drove to the wrong house. So she knocked on the door, another grandmother answered. Well, this is not good. This is like two dogs seeing each other through a fence. They're going to be there for a while, you know? So
you want a guy that's sweet, a guy that's tough, a feminist who likes to pay for stuff, the kind of guy that gets along with your friends without being attracted to any of them. A good boy, a bad boy, a good bad boy, a half good, half bad, half boy. Loves your brother, sensitive but not weekend. Is a great lover, calls your mother on the weekend. Now you might think that this guy only exists in your mind. But guess what? You're right. If you want love, lower your expectations a few, because Prince Charming would never settle for you. If you want love, just pick a guy and love him. And if he's got a thing for feet, say fuck it, sweep me off them. Now, the good thing is that at least men have very realistic expectations for women. He said, sarcastically setting up a second verse in a comedy's
Why is a story that you make up and the truth is what happened?
If I were to hold up this object and tell you that this was an elephant, would that be the truth or a lie?
A lie.
Now, I want you to look over there to this handsome gentleman over here. If I were to tell you that my court officer was a short, fat, bald guy, would that be the truth or a lie?
A lie.
Sorry, Burnham. Now, if I were to tell you that the judge in this case is a young, beautiful woman, would that be the truth or a lie?
The truth.
Yes. Very smart boy.
Martin and I just got back from India. One morning while we're there, I needed to get to the airport fast because I overslept. And so I get in the cab and I hand the driver a $50 bill. And I go, sir, I am running very late. Whatever side street you have to take or back road, I'm all for it. Whatever you have to do, let's do it. And he goes, very good, let's go. The guy is hitting anywhere from 50 to 70 miles an hour on the street. We're heading in the direction of a red light. He gunned it towards the light, and it caught me off guard. I couldn't even scream. I was like, argh. And then I got air. Hey, pull over, pull over. He looks at me, he goes, what is wrong? What do you mean, what is wrong? Dude, didn't you see the red light? As calm as can be. Didn't you see there was no one there? You told me, whatever you have to do, okay? Whatever you have to do, you do. Do you want to yell or do you want to make plain? I sounded like a third grader. I want to make plain.
He has two equal parents, a mother and a father. And just because you're his mother, you have no greater rights to him, to set a standard, to take care of him if he's sick. No greater rights than I do. And so when he said no, it irritated you. I guarantee you, you also went to his job on Wednesday. I guarantee you also went to his job on Wednesday. And you went back on Thursday, and you didn't find him on Thursday. And now he's annoyed because he's getting calls from his job that you're there.
All he had to do was let me see that he was okay. He was crying in the house for his mother.
He has no obligation for that. He wouldn't be crying for his mother if you weren't acting like a moron outside the door.
I didn't do anything. I didn't break the windows. I didn't.
Oh, yes, you did.
Your Honor.
Oh, yes, you did.
He was crying in the house because his mother was breaking out windows.
No, he wasn't.
What time did you get there?
I wasn't able to actually make it.
Right. Because?
Due to an incident that we had got into in the freeway.
And you moved the event someplace else.
Yes.
Is that correct?
It is.
Indoors?
Indoors.
And you did that very quickly.
Yes.
On January 22nd.
Yes.
And she wants her money back. So?
I did credit her account back for what she had paid for. Okay,
You
so
did?
we do have a store credit, which basically...
No store credit. She didn't give you wampum. She gave you cash money. She don't want a credit. She wants her money back. Got it?
Correct.
At a show not too long ago, a group of 4 women came to my show, and one of the women in this group of 4 has something that's called achondrophobia. For those of you who don't know what that is, that's a fear of little people. All right? And that shit is real, okay? It's real. And it's not, oh, he's kind of creepy. It's more like, what the fuck is that? Okay, like, now, here's the best part of the story. The 3 friends brought this woman to my show, sat in the front row. All of them knew she had achondrophobia. And they were all just sitting there like, this is going to be a hoot. Oh, my God. This is going to be so... Now, I'm all for a good practical joke. I love a good prank. Just warn me. Okay? If I would have known that this woman was afraid of little people, I would have run on stage wearing a Viking helmet. Like, I would have had a good time. But I didn't know. So I walk out on stage like I'm going to do my normal show. I reach up to grab the microphone. Before I even touch the microphone, this woman stands up and in front of the entire audience just goes, Jesus Christ!
What makes me laugh is when people act like they live my life. Like you walk in my shoes. Shit hit the fan for me in my marriage. Everybody had an opinion. Ugh. Kevin Hart did it again. Kevin Hart fucked up again. I want to make something perfectly clear to everybody here tonight. I did not fuck up again, okay? In my first marriage, I filed for divorce. That means that I chose to leave. That means that I made a better decision for me in my life. That's not fucking up. That's me moving on, okay? Now, this time, I fucked up. This was fucking up. Yes. But I don't like it when people act like you plan to fuck up. Nobody plans to fuck up. That's why it's called a fuck up. You don't walk outside like today's the perfect day for a fuck up. I'm fucking up all day today. This is fuck up weather. That's what this is. That's not how it happens. The important thing is to learn from it. You got to learn from your fuck ups. Lesson number 1 that I learned is that whatever happens in Vegas does not stay in Vegas. Don't believe that shit. That commercial's a goddamn lie. It should be taken off of television.
He's at the point now of spoiled where he walks up to me and he goes, Dad, I'm really bored with my Nintendo Wii. Can I give it to my friend Angel? I go, what did you just say? I'm bored with my Nintendo Wii. Can I give it away? I go, is it broken? No. How long have you had it? Woo, for like 4 years. I go, how many games do you have for the Nintendo Wii? Like 300? I could feel you judging me over there. I felt that. Oh, you're judging me right now. I could feel it. She's over there. She's like, this is some Dr. Phil shit right here. He really messed him up. I heard you. Let me just, for the record, let me set this straight, okay? I did not buy my son 300 games. Here's what happened. I have a friend who's a computer hacker, and for $75, he put 300 games on my son's hard drive. Yes, I have money, but I'm still ghetto. Arnold can barely keep up. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, hello, how are you? Excuse me, pardon me, high five, high five, high five, high five, high five, pardon me, excuse me, hello, how are you? Very good. Pound, 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 pound. He's coming down the line, coming down the line, coming down the line, and I'm just waiting. And I stick my hand out and he grabbed it. How are you, son? I recognize you. I know who you are. You're the comedian who does the joke about the Indian man trying to rob a bank, but he cannot rob the bank because they are making fun of him. And in my head, I'm like, he knows me! Outside, I'm like, yeah, that's me. You are hysterical. Give me your contact information. You are the funniest person. Excuse me. How are you? Nice to meet you. You're so strong. Hey! Meeting Arnold is like a really good roller coaster. You want to go to the end and meet him one more time. You know what I'm saying?
I know you're lazy because you can go to any grocery store here. You realize you took food from every culture and made them microwavable. You invented a whole new cooking technique called poke holes in film. You know the technique we use for boba? You use for all the foods. Everybody has a microwave that comes with too many buttons. We only need one button on the microwave. Plus 30 seconds. Who the hell is using the keypad? We see 5 minutes, 30 seconds. Okay. Beep, 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 beep. I saw a friend use Alexa with his microwave. How much lazier can you be? You take the microwave food out the fridge, put it in the microwave, close it. I can't go on much longer. Alexa, cook this shit for me, Alexa, please.
When it's an all-Mexican male crew running the truck, it's late, they're tired, they're bitter. Customer service isn't our strongest point at 1 o'clock in the morning. And then you gotta deal with a drunk knucklehead like me. Hello? And they come to the window. ¿Qué chingados quieres, pinche gordo? What you want? What you want? Hey, what's up, bro? Can I have a taco? Okay, what else? That's it. That's not even a word. But you know exactly what he just told you. For some reason, Mexican people and only Mexican people have this sound that comes out of us that can just discredit anything you put in front of it. It doesn't matter what it is, we can kill it with that sound. I just graduated from college, top of my class. Something I want to tell you. Okay, what's up? It's important. Okay? It's serious. Can you please sit down? How far along is she? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Don't be scaring me, dude. What's about us? Okay. What's up? He tells me, can you please stop making fun of me? And when he said it, I felt it because I knew how hard it was for him to bring that up. And I said, how long have you felt this way? My whole life. Have you ever tried to bring this up in the past? Yeah. What did I say? You told me to put on deodorant. It worked.
I saw this story down in Orange County, California. This guy gave helicopter tours. 30 years without incident. Hands the business off to his son. The American dream. I built it up for 30 years. Here you go, son. Make the family and the family name proud. All right, Dad, I love you. Right? This poor kid, 5 days in. He's supposed to give a tour to a couple. Only the dude shows up. The kid thought it was weird, but he's like, I need the money. I got to give him a tour. Right? So he takes this guy up. 10 minutes into the tour, the dude fucking jumped out. Yeah. 5 fucking days later, this kid, he probably barely had the speech down. Just sitting there flying the helicopter. All right, if you look out the left side of the aircraft, that's Orange County. There's over 27 miles of beaches. Put your seatbelt back on. 27 miles of beaches. Was established as a county in 1903. Sir, please don't open the door. Sir, what are you doing? Sir, no! No! Go! No! What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Every time I say I'm from France to Americans,
They come up with random and weird comments. I don't know why. Oh, you're from France. Actually, last year, my cousin went to Italy. Oh, what a coincidence. But they love Paris, right? Americans love Paris. Every time I hear Americans talking about Paris, I feel like I've never been there. I'm like, I want to go there. I want to go to that Paris. Never seen this before. Especially women. Oh my God, American women, when they talk about Paris, the romance and the fantasy. I want to go to Paris. It's going to be awesome. Take me to Paris. It's so romantic. I want to walk in those winding cobblestone streets by the moonlight. It's dangerous.
I used to get on teachers' nerves. They used to hate me. They used to get mad. They said, listen, Chris, if you act up again, I'm going to call your mama. I said, if you're going to call my mama, you're going to have to pay the phone bill because the phone been cut off for 2 weeks. She'd be pissed off. Get out of my room. Make me sick. Go to the principal's office. I go to the principal's office, but I didn't care. Because I was in the principal's office so much, I was cool with the principal. We were tight. He'd be like, what you do this time? Get in here. Get in here. Get in here. Close the door. Close the door. Oh, sit down. What you do this time? What you do this time? Call my mama, pay the phone bill. Man, you crazy. You crazy. You a fool, Chris.
Harper, you and the defendant met on a website and had several conversations and decided to meet. And meeting at your homes was not possible for whatever reason, so you decided to meet at a hotel.
Correct.
On what date?
Roughly, I believe it was the 9th.
Of what?
Of...
I have 12 options.
Okay. Well, then, how about we go with October?
No, how about you just tell me what date this happened
Okay,
on?
October, ma'am.
Of what year?
2019. Sorry, 2019.
What was the name of the hotel?
I don't remember.
Where was it located?
It was in Salt Lake City, Utah.
What time did you get there?
We first actually met up at about 12:30.
In the morning?
In the afternoon.
Did you meet downstairs or upstairs?
Oh, okay, downstairs.
So you went up to the room together?
Yes, correct.
Who paid for the room?
She did on her card with the thought that I would pay.
No thought.
Okay.
No thought. Who paid for the room?
She did, and I paid her back.
Oh, no. That's not what you said here. How long were you out of work, sir?
I was out for 19 days total. It was 14 days, 14 and a half days
Outrageous. Outrageous conduct. Doesn't work out. Listen, if you want to be a stupid girl and date somebody who's just separated from their wife, who has a young child, I'm not giving him any awards. You know, I mean, he's just a stupid guy, right? But not you. You've known him for a long time. You even knew her, right? Mm-hmm. Right. So, you know, give it a chance. Maybe they'll work it out. But you were ready to hop right in and move right in. And that's what you did. Well, that's a problem. So it didn't work out. And he went back to his wife to call his job and risk, if he wasn't working all the time that you knew him. Let's say that that's true, that I believe what you say is true. He says not. Let's say I believe this. So he finally got a job in January, and you look to get him fired, knowing that he has a young child, knowing that he's just vicious, vicious. That divorce has been going on for how long?
Since 2012. We're still waiting on him to respond. He was present in court. The judge told him to respond, and he still hasn't.
Since 2012?
Yes,
What is wrong with you?
That's not true,
Stand
Your
up.
Honor.
Stand up. No.
There's a docket number in
Judge. Your last name is?
Reese.
You don't have to stand so close to your mother at your age. What's taken you 7 years to respond to plaintiff's divorce papers? Don't make up a story.
Not gonna make up a story.
Just tell me directly.
I petitioned for divorce in 2012 when I was in the military, Your Honor.
And she didn't respond?
No, we had to close it because Texas didn't have jurisdiction. And when they found out that me and the kids had been in California for more than 90 days, him and Carol had to cancel their claim. And he was present. And like I said, if you pull up the docket number,
Just a
you can
second.
see he was there.
Shh.